How was life in Utah?
So we're getting into it. Okay. Life in Utah was an experience, you know? Like, there was a lot of good things that happened, and there's a lot of room for growth, you know, just living in Utah as a minority woman. But I met a lot of dope people there, and I met a lot of hustlers and people that wanted to just make change. But I would say, like, it's tough, you know, like, just the understanding of, like, identity and race is just not common out there.
Right.
I tried to connect as much as I could with black women who did live in Utah and who grew up in Utah, but it's a different experience than interacting with, like, a black woman I would see here in LA.
Right.
If I see a black woman in LA in the store, I might be like, okay, girl, like, hold on, outfit, black, and they'd be like, like, you know what I'm saying? They're feeling it. Yep. They're feeling it, I'm feeling it. It's just like, and then we move on, and there was a cool interaction. Whereas in Utah, I've had, like, times where I've gone into, like, the grocery store, and I would say, like, hey, girl, I like your braids, and they would kind of look at me like, I'm so shy, I'm so nervous, what do I do? Do I say anything? Do I run away? And then they would just walk away. And I could see that fear in them, so it's not as common that you interact with black people like that. Right.
So from growing up in California and then, you know, being in Utah, what is one thing about Utah that you did enjoy?
Like, you can be the first of a lot of things. And I think that's a really big benefit, right? Like, living in LA, maybe things have already been done and you're trying to figure out how to do it better, but, like, would you ever have the platform to create something completely new? And in Utah, you can. You really can. And then just finding sponsors and finding people who want to help out. Maybe people haven't been part of something so big. And so they want to hop on board and they want to help you out. So that was something that I noticed in Utah that I really appreciated. And then there was some fellow students that I had met, and they were also, like, activists, and we could have cool combos. So
you can be the first. You can be the first.
You can be the first, yeah, to create a lot of different things.
I love that. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to From the Ground Up podcast, brought to you by the Lavish Journey. We have a special guest on today, Miss Destiny.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, how you feeling today?
I feel really at peace right now. Like, I feel really calm.
Ooh,
I'm calm. Like, I'm usually, like, all over the place. But I feel, like, very calm and collected right now. So I love it.
You know the vibes. Okay, for sure. Well, let everybody know quickly, you know, what you do, who you are, and 3 things on your bucket list.
Ooh, what I do, who I am, 3 things. Okay. Well, my name is Destiny Perkins. I am newly 22 years old, and I'm in the media industry. So I've got to experience over the last few years what really works for me, like moving from just business, entrepreneurship, to government and policy, and then now leading me to media and entertainment, where I feel like this is a great platform for me to be myself, to make money authentically, and then to also be creative. I think to be able to be creative and make money is just like success in itself. But I moved into the industry because I wanted to connect with people. I love connecting with others, so I do hosting events, I run interviews, all things people, all things media. And then you also asked me just like
3 things on your bucket list.
3 things on my bucket list. I want to go 4-wheeling. I want to ride a horse, and I want to go on a cruise.
You can do all that this summer.
I could do like 3 of those, all 3 in Mexico.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's smart. You know, living near Mexico, have you been there before? Like,
yes.
To Tijuana, is that how you say it?
I've been to Rosarito, which is like an hour, 15 minutes from the border without too much traffic. And it's pretty close to TJ.
So I've
been there. There's a really fun club called Papas and Beers.
Yeah.
What's it called? Like, no sponsor. I'm not sponsored, but they have tons of concerts. Like, I was able to see Quavo and Tory Lanez a few years back. Yeah. The tickets are super cheap, like $50 to go see them.
Right.
Versus here, right? You pay like $300 for artists. So it was really fun, and just like the food was so good. Like,
I bet.
I wanted to go a few days ago, but it's been raining.
Yeah.
So I didn't. But I want to plan a day trip for sure.
Hey, sounds like a plan. Okay, so you be in the media industry, right? Entertainment. When did you realize you wanted to be in the entertainment industry? When did you realize, like, oh yeah, this is for me?
Yeah, like, I realized in this one corporate job that I had that the system of that job was suppressing me.
Yeah.
And I really couldn't be myself. And like over time, I started to feel like a really big fish in a super small tank of water. You're like having these growing pains because you're trying to push out of that tank. Like, give me a bigger tank, give me more space to swim around and let me do my thing. And they were more so looking at me like, you know, you're Gen Z, respectfully, you don't have experience, please be quiet. I don't know, I didn't want to say shut up, but that's basically how it felt, you know? And so I thought, you know what, like there has to be more to life than this, right? And so working with brands with content creation and like doing hair videos and like newly doing like other types of ads like for apartments or for skincare, it made me realize, wow, like I can show my personality while having a product, presenting it to somebody in a way that I didn't think felt like super salesy. Because we've seen ads where they're like, you need to buy this face cream, it's going to cure all your acne and you'll be good. And I'm like, and swipe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Versus seeing an ad like someone jumping from the bed and being like, have you seen this best skincare? I'm gonna show you the best product, okay, ready, let's go. And they're just like doing so much stuff and you're like, yes, like I don't know what they're talking about, but I'm engaged. I wanted to start doing more videos like that for brands. So just like knowing that I could actually show my personality from that is really what pulled me into it.
Right.
And then like I didn't know about media in high school. Like no one taught, or even just growing up, like no one told us that these are jobs that could pay you. And then just also unlocking a certain confidence. I think it took me a few years to really find myself and be confident to like go outside and like walk up to a stranger and ask them a question. You know, like that's a level of confidence that you have to have that maybe not everybody has been able to reach yet or is comfortable with. So just finding myself and then being even more confident, it has led me to where I'm at now.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Keep it going. And so for those who doesn't know about media out there, what is a UGC content creator?
Yes. So
what does that stand for?
UGC stands for user generated content. And UGC creator is you're creating your own content and either you're just posting it, right? You're just posting it on social media, or you're creating content and you're selling it to a brand so they can use it as marketing content for their social pages. Right. Sometimes it can go on both. You might have a video you post on your page, they have a video they post on theirs. But this term called organic UGC is you're creating a video that the brand sends you. So let's say a brand sends me a full line of hair products. I'm doing my wash day hair routine and I'm talking about the products in such an organic way. Like, oh, I loved how it was moisturizing. I loved how my hair is shiny. And then I'm like, you know what, y'all? Like, they're at Ulta now. Like, click the link in my bio. And that's more organic because the reach that I would get would be so much more than them just posting it on their page.
Exactly.
So it's a really interesting way how marketing has grown because it hasn't really been like that.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I'm a huge believer of that because I'm guilty, y'all. I just brought some stuff from TikTok Shop. Because of that, though, I was just scrolling and somebody was like, oh, do you see these new cameras? They're only $19. Link in bio. And I went in there and I purchased that camera and 3 other things because I do skip past the commercials that the big brands put out. Yeah. But when it's regular people like us putting out content, it kind of makes you like, let me see what this is. Yeah. I feel like that's a really good way to market things nowadays.
Yeah. Because that person is selling it to you in their personality.
Yep.
So it's more authentic and it's like I trust you more. Like you establish more credibility when that person is being themselves. And I love how brands say that too. They're like, we don't want you to put on a face when you're doing your video. Like be yourself because your audience knows you. Right. And if you try to, it's like, you know, seeing someone in school doing a presentation and they talking a lot of Ebonics, you know, like, yo, what's up, what's poppin', you know what I'm saying? They talk like that. And then they go into a presentation and they're like, so in today's notes, we're going to discuss. People are going to be like, bro, that's not you.
Boring
like,
words, boring.
Yeah. Right, yes. And then they're going to be like, whatever his presentation is, we're not listening. Why? Because they know that's not him. And they know that he's like stepping outside of himself. Right. So brands understand the same logic. And that's why UGC has taken off so much for not just brands, but for content creators too. Yeah. Because it gives us an opportunity to help them make money, support their brand, but also like support what we're building. Right.
And by the way, and UGC, how long is that, like new? You know, yeah, I didn't know about that because, by the way, y'all, I have found Destiny on Instagram. I was just scrolling, she popped up and I went on her page. It was very vibrant, her energy was high up, and so yeah, personality really does matter when it comes to promoting brands, content, any of that stuff. If you have a personality, I mean, then again, I take that back though. let's say
Wait, what do you mean?
let's say if somebody had a Squidward personality, but they may you never know, they could sell something. They may just attract other Squidwards.
You know what? There is a girl on TikTok.
See?
There is a girl on I don't know if I would say her personality is Squidward, but she has this like she gets on her videos, and every time she's like starting off doing her makeup, but she feels very rushed, and she just starts off with like girl, you won't believe what happened today, and like it's just like a lot, right? Like starting off the video, like picking up her things and like setting them down really hard, and just like the comments is like matching the energy that she gives.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, if there was ever a product that you would need in a rush or in a hurry, that would be, it makes sense for the brand to collab with her because of just like the energy she does in her videos, versus like, oh, maybe like having her do a face mask ad maybe wouldn't make the most sense.
Right.
Because when is she ever relaxed in her videos?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
There's marketing for everything. You know, there are some people out here that's like, oh, it's saturated, or it's too many people out there doing this. No, there's not. There's so many different brands out here that are willing to pay or give you free products to make things happen. So when was your first brand deal?
My first brand deal was beginning of last year. I would say February.
Okay.
Yeah.
Happy 1 year anniversary. Yeah.
Happy 1 year. Okay. But yeah, I started off on Backstage. I don't know if have you heard of Backstage?
Is that like for actors and all that stuff, I think?
Yeah,
or,
but not just actors, like just any type of media jobs. Not necessarily like part-time, full-time, but more so contracted freelance gigs.
Right.
So I started off on there, and then I started doing UGC content inside a studio that an agency did to represent brands. So like doing period products. I did UGC content for Flex. It's a period product company. And we would spend like maybe 4 hours in there. Like I would hold the phone, I would recite lines, similar to acting, memorization and stuff like that. And then from there, just getting other small gigs. I've done like credit card, UGC ads, which is funny. Like I have friends in Utah, which I did this ad in California, say like, oh my gosh, I seen you like on this credit card ad. Or like my friend in Texas, like I've seen you. I'm like, what? Like
Miss Popular.
how?
Okay.
So it really can take you like far depending on who who recognizes it and sees it.
Okay. I like that. So is the market saturated? Do you feel it is?
You have to just really stand out. I wouldn't say saturated to like discourage anybody, but if you really want to do it, ask yourself, why do you want to go into UGC? Why do you want? Is it because it's trendy? Because all trends at some point die, right? But it's like UGC is such a it's not easy. Like it takes a lot of work from like lighting, tripod, mic setup, memorization before I really discovered, you know, like recording and like reading my lines on camera. I didn't use that for the longest time. I didn't even know that thing existed, you know. So now I'm like, okay, we could do that, but you have to spend a lot of time memorizing. And then, you know, you're emailing brands back and forth, negotiating rates. It's a lot more time consuming than I think people see, right? But if that is what you're passionate about, like you should get into it and find a way to highlight something about yourself that is not common to where the brand needs you. Like you got to show the brand, no, you need me, right? And let me help you.
I like that. You got to provide value in a way.
Yes.
And, you know, I'm glad you also brought that up because a lot of people feel that you need like 20,000, 50,000 followers to get brand deals, you know?
I thought that for the longest time.
Really? Now, when you first got your brand deal, how many followers did you have?
I had like maybe 2,700.
Y'all heard that? 2,700. And you got a brand deal.
Yeah.
Boom. That's living proof right there. Because, you know, a lot of content creators probably watching this right now is, I need 10,000 followers. I need 20,000 followers. And I really feel like anything over, sometimes if you've got 500 followers, they give you a brand deal. I know somebody who had 500 followers and she got like a candle like brand deal, you know? I'm not sure she got paid for it or whatever, but it's a brand deal.
Yeah. And that's on your resume and it's part of your experience for sure. But I would say, don't, like I was worrying about the followers for I mean, even now, like I have had brands, you know, message me and say, we'd love to work with you when you reach 10,000 followers. Which, you know, could be discouraging because...
How many followers do you thought you needed? Sorry to interrupt, but how many do you thought you needed at first before you got started?
Like at least 10K.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
At least 10K, right? Double digits. But, and like even now, like some still do that. I honestly don't think... I mean, this is up to the brand's discretion, right? But in LA, you know, buying followers is like such a common thing. I'm not even like, and we have to talk about it in UGC because it discourages others. Like, oh my gosh, like how do they grow so fast? You could have the following, but you could not have the engagement, and a brand deal will fall through because they're looking at your comment section. Where are the people supporting you, right? More brands are finding that with working with smaller content creators, they have that support. You have at least 3,000 followers. 3,000 people support you enough to be liking, commenting, resharing, hearting stories. Like that is like a lot of support for if you're not like really big in the public eye. Like that's really good. You know what I mean?
So engagement over likes, pretty much, because everybody thinks about likes. Like I got 1,000 likes, but you have no comments. Do you buy those likes? You know? Yeah,
the likes don't because the algorithm and the social media platforms, their goal is to keep you on the platform for the longest time, right? TikTok doesn't want you to leave TikTok. Instagram doesn't want you to leave Instagram. They're gonna try to do whatever they can before you scroll off. So if your engagement is high, that means people are like, hey girl, like look at this reel I just saw, and they send it to that person. That is bringing someone else to the platform, or keeping you on to see, well, what does she say back to that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or let me send this to a few other friends. So like sending it and commenting creates more engagement, and it just creates more time. And they want you to have more time on their platform because they make more money that way.
You got this mastered. How you know all this? Do you just know for trial and error?
Trial and error.
Now, is there any?
No one taught me these things.
Yeah, that's what I'm like, yeah. Now, are there any influencers that inspire you though?
Oh yeah.
Well, what's one? Name drop. You never know. They may be watching. Name drop. What's one?
Like big influencers, just any influencer.
Any somebody that inspires you or influences you to keep doing great.
Okay, so let me start with a big influencer.
Okay.
Liza Koshy.
Okay.
She is like my day one phenomenal icon because what she taught me was you can be on social media and not be picture perfect, aesthetic looking, perfect background, like $1,000 media equipment. Like she just started off on Vine doing 5-second videos and then went to YouTube and started generating millions of views, likes, comments, shares. And she was just being herself. Like she was just being her goofy, fun, like energetic self. And that's what helped me kind of shift my Instagram and social media platforms, where I didn't feel like I had to be so professional, doing things online. And I started being myself. And then when I realized I was pitching to brands that way, they were like, oh yeah, that's going to do better. Because most of these CEOs are not Gen Z, the ones that I'm working with, or even millennials.
Boomers.
Right? So they're just like, oh, this UGC thing is getting big. Like, what do we do? And I'm like, well, first of all, who's your audience? Oh, it's Gen Z? Okay, well, let me tell you some of the verbiage that you may want to use when scripting your video. Because right now, you're not speaking to us. Right? You're speaking to, like, older millennials or boomers. So I find myself even, consulting other companies when doing I really like directing. So, like, sometimes it could get, if you're a content creator and you also like make your own videos, you can maybe feel this way. They'll write you a script and they'll tell you what to say, and then you like film it and you say it, right? And you get paid for it. But sometimes you're like, dang, well, if they worded it this way, it would take off. But you're not the director, you're the content creator. You're like the actor of advertising. Interesting.
Do you want to get into that industry, like such as directing or consulting?
For sure. Like I love helping people grow whatever they're working on. Whether it's like a small business and they're like, what colors should I use? Or going to something bigger, right? Like being on a set. Whether it's like directing and styling people, like assisting with that. I just want to be able to help put something together, and I'm good at communicating what I'd like the big outcome to be.
So you got the vision, you got the communication.
Yep.
Best of both worlds.
You already know. Visionaries, you already know.
You know the vibes. How you feel about this new TikTok ban they talking about?
Justin, you got me out here talking about the TikTok.
How you feel about that?
Honestly, I'm not gonna get too deep.
Get deep. We want to know. We want to know what's going on.
I'm like, let me censor myself. I just think that TikTok has just opened so many doors for people. Like small businesses have taken off. Content creators have taken off. Like you can scroll and see, a woman at a big fancy event by a brand, and then the next video could be a girl in her bonnet ranting about her ex-boyfriend. Also 1 million views. Like you can really see anything, and people have been able to really be themselves. Like social media has drastically changed with the platform of TikTok, and the money that you can make and the opportunity to be seen by brands is so much easier on TikTok than on Instagram, than on YouTube, than on anything, literally anything else. So to put TikTok in a category of banning it just because there are a lot of social problems going on in other countries that unfortunately our government does not want us to know about is taking away from our creativity and jobs. And I think that is very unfair.
Yeah, and it's good to have a creative outlet because I'm gonna tell you my personal comparison between TikTok and Instagram. Instagram is it's wherever you want it to be, obviously, but it's more so like the glitz and glam. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, everything's perfect. You know, oh yeah, well detailed videos, your photos looking nice. TikTok is like, it's whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, you pick it up and record.
You just record, and if it comes out trash, oh well, on to the next video. You know, you keep it going. And I will admit though, during 2020, that was the time when TikTok evolved. I saw it. You know, it went from just like, look, I mean, it still got dance videos, but it went from dance videos to just everything. Yeah. And I was addicted to it. I'm still, to this day, before I go to sleep, I'm scrolling on TikTok. But I feel that them banning it in the United States will be horrible. Of course, our energy is going to go somewhere else, but there are people who have full-time businesses on there.
It's going to be a huge economic crash.
Oh, it is. It is. But I think that's what they want.
They want to put more content creators back in corporate jobs. But you already see with all the articles, Gen Z can't do this. They're too hard to work with. And it's because we've had so many opportunities to be creative and make money that to put us back in a position to be a yes man is going to be very, very hard.
I think they're just jealous of y'all because y'all are. I know a lot of Gen Zs are making money from just social media, you know, and I love it personally.
Even like YouTube, right?
Yeah, YouTube, even Facebook. Believe it or not, Facebook's a hidden gem, by the way. Snapchat, all that stuff, and they're calling y'all lazy because they missed the opportunity to do that. Yeah, they're jealous, you know. And I think it's more so either the older millennials or the boomers. Because I'm a millennial and I love what Gen Z is doing. Yeah. I say keep doing it. If you can make thousands or hundreds of dollars from posting the video that only takes a few minutes to edit, why not? Yeah. But I do say this though, that fast money sometimes can slow up. It can slow up really fast. Some people can be living beyond their means, getting all this money from their brand deals, and it's not promised. You know, brand deals can just stop overnight. So I do recommend taking that money, saving it, and reinvesting it. You know, start an agency or a business, or just save it, because it's going to be a lot of people down when TikTok goes away. It's
going to be like everyone's going to feel overwhelmed. Like some people go on TikTok to just relax. You can literally, like, I remember, like,
say to relax.
I mean, you know, they just go and scroll. It's like a way of escapism because life can be a lot. But you could go on there and look up a recipe, you know, how to make jerk chicken, and then 5 minutes later you can go on there and say, you know, what park in San Diego is good to go relax at. It's literally Google in video form.
Now, do you think that energy is going to switch over to like YouTube or Instagram?
I feel like it'll switch over to YouTube before it'll switch over to Instagram.
Yeah,
for sure. Because YouTube, you know, because on TikTok it's more of that like video, film, skit energy.
Right.
And on YouTube you can do really well with that.
I do agree because I post shorts on YouTube as well, and it feels more free on there as well too. Yeah. And Instagram, they also starting to, if you post certain stuff, they'll take it down now.
Oh, because Instagram is owned by Meta, which is in collaboration with the government. Whatever they don't want us to see will get taken down, and it's really restrictive. Yeah. YouTube is a little bit, I would say, a little bit more lenient than Instagram.
They starting to get strict too.
But yeah, like compared to TikTok, for sure, they're really strict. Yeah. So I'm just like, why TikTok? You know?
I feel that in reality, TikTok isn't going to sell. That'd be so stupid for them to sell to the United States, because if they do sell to them,
it's changing dramatically.
It's going to change so much that it's going to lose its value.
Yeah, it's almost going to be the same as like Instagram when they apply all their laws. Yeah. I actually am taking a international business class, and one of the questions was, do you think it's a good idea for, you know, China to sell TikTok to the US?
How you feel?
And before I was like saying if it was a good idea, I was like, well, first of all, the United States needs to stop being a bully to these countries, because they're really like, either you're going to sell it to us or we're not going to let her.
That's what they're doing. They're kind of saying, hey, if you don't sell this, we're going to cut it off.
For all Americans. It's like, well, shoot, like, can we say something? I didn't get invited to those, you know, back and forth with the representatives in Congress. Like, we weren't invited into that. Yeah, we're watching it happen, and they're speaking on behalf of us. And unfortunately, you know, a lot of members of Congress, whether they're representatives or senators, are so much older.
They're old.
How many of them are content creators?
None of them.
Okay, so it's just like, how are you going to advocate for us on what you think is better for us? Like, it's going to be so downhill. So yeah, I would say like China. Why would you sell it to the United States?
And when it comes to them Congress members, why are these old people trying to tell, hey, you shouldn't be on TikTok? A lot of them can't even pronounce the words. TikTok, tic-tac. I don't know.
TikTok is
Do you
crazy.
think there should be an age for Congress members?
I think that representation should matters in Congress. Like, we should have Gen Z in Congress.
Now, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay, so what should be the minimum age and what should be the maximum age for a Congress member?
I think the moment we're able to start making decisions, we should have representation.
What age?
So if there are decisions being made for high school students,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I would start with like, you can start driving at 16.
Yeah.
They feel like you have enough knowledge and intellect to drive in the same highway as a mom with a newborn.
Oh.
Okay, so if that's the case, then at 16, you should be able to start at least advocating and being part of a council to assist in making decisions. They're making a lot of decisions for high school students going into college, right? The SATs, the ACT, requirements for how many days you can miss in school. It's like, could we be part of that? Like, could we be part of that decision-making process? So I would start it at 16.
16. Now, what's the max age? The maximum age that a Congress member needs to fucking retire? What age?
Maybe like 65.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm not sure the retirement age now. I think they boosted it to 70. But
The president can be 70.
yeah, I think 65 is a really good age. And 70 if I want to be nice, but 65 after that,
I agree.
go retire. Go be with your damn family and your wife, whoever, husband. Go enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do agree because a lot of them are old. They're like 80, 80 plus.
It's just that they're so disconnected. They don't really understand what's happening with what we're doing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna name drop, but you be seeing someone on a news channel just they froze and they be looking at the camera stuck, don't know what to say. Well, so you say 16 through 65, which has some Congress members. I do agree partially on the 16. I want to say 18.
Okay.
But I do.
That's fair too.
I see what you mean because I'm not sure what state, but they're trying to pass a law that anybody 14 and under, social media should be banned for, So if you're 14, 13, 12, they're trying to ban social media for that age group.
How does that work when you can just go home?
I don't know how that's going to work. I should Google to see what state.
Unless you just are trying to create an account and they say no.
I don't know.
We know that we all created email accounts with an age.
Exactly.
With a year
we used
way
to lie.
before ours. Yes.
Yeah, I did that on MySpace, and back in the day, it was a thing called Tag.
Yeah, Tag. What is that?
I'm an old head, y'all. Tag was back when I was like in junior high school. It was a social media, platform like a MySpace. But now, and it turned over to OnlyFans. Let's say that.
Oh wow.
That's what it turned over to. But social media always evolves. Only social media platform that's been around the longest and is steady evolving is Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook. There's a lot of money on Facebook. Do you post on Facebook?
I have my Reels connected to post on Instagram and Facebook, but they don't do as well on Instagram because my content is naturally curated for Gen Z.
Oh.
And Facebook, the videos that do pop off on there is like the controversial like skits that I do. And I have all these parents saying, like I posted a skit with my friend, he's an actor and a model, and it was about like the Cheesecake Factory joke. Do you remember the time when this like
the girl was complaining about the guy taking her on a date to the Cheesecake Factory?
Yep. So much content came from that instance, which is kind of funny. Like how like as being on social media, you could really take something and everyone can just like start making content over just one event and be successful because everyone knows about it. But yeah, it basically was like us going to a Cheesecake Factory and me saying, oh, like you must be really rich. You're spending a lot of money on me and something like that. And then me expecting every date following to be like that. And there was so many comments on Facebook saying that is not right, or like commenting on like how he looked and stuff like that. And I just thought I was like, dang, there's a lot of hate on Facebook. Same with YouTube. I was like, dang, there's a lot of trolls on there too. But they just have so much more to say versus on Instagram. I think people are more careful with what they're saying on Instagram versus what they comment on.
On YouTube, Facebook. TikTok can be wild too.
TikTok can most definitely be wild.
TikTok can be wild too. And by the way, I found the article. It says Florida law bans social media for minors under 14. And the government, Ron DeSantis, he signed on it. So, yeah, Florida. But yeah,
you should have had him guess what state it was.
Yeah, I should have. I'm gonna do that. I'll probably do like a trivia question for y'all. Follow the page, _Lavish Journey.
Yes.
But I forgot what I was about to say about the media part. Oh, I forgot. Brain fart. Oh yeah, how people talk reckless on TikTok and stuff. Because one time I posted a video of me eating a steak.
Okay.
And I like my steak well done. Well, at the time, now I like it medium well.
Okay.
People was roasting me, saying the most craziest stuff ever to me. I'm never gonna say the comments on live right now, but it can be a very brutal place at times.
Yeah.
Now, when you are posting on social media, do you ever feel that the negativity can throw you off sometimes?
I haven't just watching negative content or receiving negativity.
Receiving.
I don't think I've received
Good.
negative things yet.
No, we're never gonna put it out there.
Well, I mean, once you grow your platform to be big and big and big, you're gonna naturally haters are gonna come for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Nikki did say, if you're
What did Nikki say? Go ahead.
She was just saying if you have haters, you're doing something right. In a way, not saying go around and be rude to people and create, controversy, but they see something in you that they haven't been able to unlock in themselves. And that makes them envy and that makes them jealous, and they don't know how to transmute that energy into inspiration.
Wow. Well said. Yeah, when they comment on my stuff, I don't get any, like you said, Instagram is very pure. People just comment good things or they don't comment nothing at all. But yeah, I got bad comments on YouTube and TikTok. I entertain it. Yeah. I'll be like, LOL, ain't that right? Oh yeah, well come join me. I'll be fucking with them,
Oh because yeah, you have to take it like
that. Yeah, you can't take it personal, y'all. So if y'all are posting content, you are getting haters. Have fun with the haters. Shit, comment back some goofy shit or just delete it.
Yeah, I did do a skit with one of my friends, and it was a marriage skit. And it's just funny when they're commenting she shouldn't have that. I'm like, y'all know this is a skit, right? So it's really funny to me because I'm like, they're not even paying attention to the fact that this is not real.
Right.
And sometimes we can tell when things are
of course,
a skit and you're like, oh, okay. But then others, you're like, oh, wow, no, that's real life. That just happened. And dang, then you're commenting that. But like you said, making a video, reacting to hate comments or something, you can make money from that. At the end of the day, they're giving you engagement and that boosts your account and maybe your pockets.
And that's the mindset we need to have right there. You know what? You are a goddess.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And speaking of trendy topics, I know you was talking about the Cheesecake Factory thing. I know this is old now, but is it Cheesecake Factory? Is that considered a good date?
You know what? I think that it is.
I feel the same way. I've been there multiple times.
I think you need a reservation to eat at Cheesecake.
Yeah, you do.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, and it is pretty expensive. You're going to at least spend over $60 for two people easily. Yeah. Easily you're spending over $60. So I think that, I don't know, the way that situation was handled should not have been handled like that.
Yeah.
You need to respect people, and if you feel like you need to be eating at 5-star restaurants, that's a conversation you should have before you meet up with the person.
Facts. No, yeah, I agree. Communication goes far, y'all, when it comes to that type of lifestyle. Because if I was that brother, I'd be like, cool, sit in the car. I'm about to go in here and eat. I would have gave her Uber back home, whatever.
Yeah.
But you see that new trending topic, shout out to the one brother, I ain't fresh. Oh, you didn't see that yet?
Wait,
So it was a brother. He had an outfit on. He had some nice pants on. He had a polo shirt on. It was all matched. Had some New Balances on. And these girls were recording him saying, "Yeah, you ain't fresh. You ain't fresh." And he was like, "I ain't fresh. I ain't fresh for real." And by him saying that little sentence, he got a following over 50,000 followers. He has a T-shirt out now saying, "I ain't fresh." I'm surprised you didn't see it.
No,
it just went viral a week. You're gonna see it probably today or tomorrow.
Yeah, now that we're talking about it,
yeah,
my phone's listening.
And his life changed all because some people was trying to call him out, talk about he ain't fresh.
Yeah.
That shows you the power of social media.
It is. He probably manifested that for himself.
Probably did. I mean, he looked fresh to me. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna show you afterwards.
You know what I realized this week? I've been seeing a lot of videos and men reacting to women's outfits. They'll say, "You're beautiful, da 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 da."
Oh, okay.
But your outfit, and I was really confused because as women, I mean, yes, we dress up, but I think we focus more on everything else, but our outfit, yeah,
what kind of man is this?
The balloon popping videos.
I saw those. Love them, by the way.
You do?
Yes.
Oh boy, red flag. No, I'm playing. But it's just okay, all these videos of the guys denying the woman with the balloons. And all of their like rebuttals is because your outfit or your shoes.
I never heard of that.
I've never even heard like them mention like sometimes they mention their body type or like their skin color. The majority it's been their outfits.
I mean, then again, all right, since we are gonna speak on that, if a sister got her ass and titties out, it's gonna be because of the outfit.
Wait, what? Say that again.
So you say a lot of guys pop the balloons and they be like, I don't like your outfit.
Right.
So let's say the outfit was too sexualized. I should have said that. If let's say the outfit is too sexual, titties and booty is out. You know what I mean? I think we have a right to say, hey, I'm not digging that outfit.
Well, yes, that is fair. But that's not usually the types of outfits they're wearing.
I'm trying to look out for y'all.
Yeah, no, like there was this one clip, it was so funny. It was this guy wearing like a seashells polar shirt, like seashells everywhere. And he was like talking a little bit saying, you know what, like I don't really like that dress, like the color of the dress on you. She was wearing a brown dress and she was a dark skinned woman. She's beautiful.
Oh, what do you?
And so he was like, I just feel like you should be wearing a bright colors.
Oh, well.
And then everyone was, I think it was like Kaisana streamer, like was coming at him.
Oh,
like you have a seashell shirt on, bro. Like let's be nice because people can come for you too.
Facts. Now when it comes to that, I don't care. But if it's too revealing, I'm going to definitely say I'm not going to talk to you because your outfit. But if you just have a certain color on or
just like what if I was wearing like a polka dot dress? Would you be like no?
I mean, if I don't like it, I would not simply tell I don't like your dress. But no, I wouldn't. You wouldn't
like date me because of my dress?
I would give you 2 opportunities after that to see how you dress, because you probably
so he just confirmed.
Fellas, it's okay to have standards. They be roasting, y'all be roasting us.
But you know what? I don't roast because I feel like you can help somebody advance their closet. It's okay. It's so much easier to help somebody advance their closet than advance their character.
Oh no!
If they're a liar and you're trying to make them honest, it is much harder to do that versus being like, hey, let me help you dress better. That's so much easier. What? I'd rather take that any day. And you know who Rebecca Lynn Pope is?
Oh, I love her. Yeah.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
So her current husband, they had met, and there's a lot of things that she had said she didn't want in a future husband, but he ended up being like the perfect person for her, and those things that she was worried about were just like not really important.
Yeah.
And one of them was like style. So when they met, he didn't really have the style, is what she says. And then as they continue dating and they get married, she gave him the swag. She had her woman touch on him.
She enhanced him a
and now
little
he's good.
bit.
And she's like, I think that was better because he probably would have been doing more things with more women with the style before, versus dressing nerdy.
No, I agree. Yeah, if the person, I mean, you like this person, the personality is there. Yeah, you can definitely enhance their wardrobe. But I don't know. I personally never judged a woman her wardrobe.
So would you mention it to me like by the 3rd time?
Yeah.
What would you say?
Good question. I'll probably offer hey, let's go to the mall. You know what I mean? I'll buy you a few clothes.
Ladies, hold on. This is just me. He's just been giving you a leeway.
No, that's how I feel. I feel that personally, if you're going to comment on somebody, help them.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, you don't like what somebody has on their shoes, instead of just bashing, oh, bro, your shoes raggy. Like, I had somebody I knew, and I'm trying to say this so people can't connect the dots. I knew somebody and I didn't like what they had, and I was like, hey, let's go to the mall, and I brought them a few shirts,
Oh.
Yeah. It was no super expensive shirts.
And this was a friend?
It was somebody. Some people out here can connect the dots too much and stuff. People are powerful out here on social media, but
we are FBI agents.
It was somebody I did look out though. I was like, I got you, and that was it. Never spoke about it ever since then. Not sure if the person even wore the shirts. But instead of me bashing, saying, oh, you ain't fresh, oh, that looks horrible, let me help you.
Yeah. Okay. But I don't think as women we know it's that important to guys.
I never looked at it that important. I usually always approach people who dress nice, but I guess nowadays it is.
It is. I'm noticing it is.
I'm just big on just don't be too revealing, but I don't care what you wear. I don't care what colors you wear, And if it's not my swag, I mean, hey.
Yeah.
Enjoy it, my baby. I ain't paying for your wardrobe. That's real. I never thought about that though. I guess we have lived in a different generation. But I do love those pop the balloon videos. They're entertaining.
They're entertaining, but I would never be in one.
Why?
Would you?
No.
Okay.
No.
See, so you understand.
I'm an OG, I let y'all do that stuff.
Oh, okay.
But no, I wouldn't be in one, but I did see this one guy. This is one short girl. She was on there. and everybody kept popping her balloon, talking about her height. You know what I'm talking about?
How tall was she?
4'9", 8. It was the first girl. She was light skinned. She was literally the. I'm not sure. That girl done dropped so many videos now, but everybody's talking about her height, and a lot of guys were saying the most pettiest things. But I think there were like a lot of younger guys on there.
They didn't like that she was short?
Yeah, they said, "Oh, I don't want you because you're short."
How tall were they?
Good question. Not that tall. I think about. I think anywhere from like 5'9", probably to 6 foot.
That was probably perfect for them.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because now, if you're like 5 foot, women want 6 foot. So you're gonna need. They should have thought about that.
Since we have a woman on the podcast show today, what is a height that this a no for you? Since height matters so much to women when it comes to men, what's the height just like a no? I can't date you if you're under this certain height.
And you know what? I'm gonna say this because who knows who God has for me. I think God's not gonna have him at least be my height. I'm 5'4"
How tall are you? Oh, so he has to be above 5'4".
He has to be like taller.
Well, he's 5'5".
5'4". Well, no.
You just say he has to be taller, though.
He has like I want to be able to like hug him and like not feel like.
So what height is that? Come on,
this is not gonna go up for me.
We got to throw a number out there.
It's like, and this is like in a relationship.
Dating, relationship, whatever category you want to put in. Come on.
At least 5'10".
Okay.
The national average for a man is like 5'9".
Yeah, 5'9". Okay.
So I would say 5'10".
Okay.
So I can like wear heels and feel comfortable.
Is 5'10" considered a short king?
I don't think so.
What's considered a short king? We need to know the answers.
What's considered a short king? All the men in the comments are gonna be like, maybe 5'6" and below.
No, I feel the same way. I feel like anything under 5.
Well, we just said the national average is 5'9".
I feel like anything under 5. I'm about to say
anything under 5'9"?
Yeah.
Dang, whoever's 5'8" is probably like punching the air right now.
I mean, you just gotta wear some Timberlands. You good?
Right, and like now, so many sneakers already add like an inch, anyways. Okay, we're gonna get into it. So, but yeah, okay. So then we would say under 5'9", you're a short king.
Okay, under 5'9", short king.
Because that's fair, and we're using an article to back up our claim.
Okay. Well said. Well, thankfully, I'm not a short king, y'all. 6'2", y'all. You dig? But shout out to my short kings out there. Now, I got some questions for you, and they're going to be fried.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Okay.
All right. Question number 1: will you rather be sticky or itchy?
Sticky.
Ooh.
I hate feeling itchy. Oh
Imagine
gosh,
somewhere scratching all the damn time. So,
and like, you know what, when you do sports, like you naturally are sweating and stuff like that. So like the sticky feeling isn't really like that much.
What was like maple
sweat.
syrup sticky?
I don't know. Itching is just.
So you pick it. You pick it sticky.
I have to pick sticky.
Sticky regardless.
Yeah.
Okay, sticky it is. All right. Have you? Oh no, let's do another one. Would you rather be able to talk to animals or speak every language except for English?
Wait, what?
I'm gonna do it again for you. Would you rather be able to talk to animals or speak every language except for English?
You know what? I would be able to talk to every animal, and I would ask the animal, "What did that person just say? And can you translate that to me?" Okay, so I don't listen. I would think of all I needed was a platform, and there's the animal, and then I could just keep the animal with me.
What animal?
I really want a monkey.
Ooh.
A pet monkey.
What type of monkey though? You know what type of monkey?
No, I haven't got that far yet. I haven't got that far yet.
Yeah, you got to though. You know.
But I think that'd be really cool to have like a pet monkey.
Okay.
Like Aladdin vibes.
Oh, I got you. Those the fun monkeys.
Yeah, I want the fun ones.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Pet monkey is. Would you rather sleep on a bed made of marshmallows or a pillow stuffed with cotton candy?
The marshmallows. Because if you sleep on a pillow with cotton candy, like the more you lean on it, it's gonna like get smaller, and then you're gonna end up having no pillow. And marshmallows taste good.
So you'll be eating your bed?
Yeah.
Right, let me take a bite of this.
I'm like, time to go to sleep.
Got you. Would you rather live in a house made of jelly or a tree house filled with rubber chickens? Want me to ask you a question again? All
I'm
right.
gonna do it again.
Would you rather live in a house made of jelly or a tree house filled with rubber chickens?
A tree house filled with rubber chickens. Even though that's really creepy, I would still say that because jelly housing is. Well, I did just say I'd rather do sticky, but no, we're gonna do the rubber chickens.
Okay, rubber
At least
chickens.
they're not real chickens.
Hey, that'd be so awkward though. Imagine waking up a whole bunch of rubber chickens around you.
Staring at you.
I'd be awkward. Okay, would you rather have a talking pet rock or a singing goldfish?
Talking pet rock. That sounds so funny.
What you talk to about?
And then if he talks too much, I'm gonna just put him outside.
But you know what? It's time for you to go outside. I don't want to go.
But like no expressions, just talking. That'd be so funny. I would just talk him about like my day and like ask advice, and then I'd be like, "You're a rock. Never mind. You don't have experience." I think we'd like be like really cool friends.
Where would that rock? But I'd have been around the world.
Right? He could.
You never know. These rocks be traveling.
They really do. I mean, is it sand like the erosion of rocks? Like rocks breaking down?
I don't know. Something we got to look up, y'all. And I got an insightful question for you.
Okay.
What is one lesson you've learned in the past year that has significantly changed your perspective on life?
Wow. I would say trust your body, because whether that's mental or physical, your body's going to know what's going on more than anybody else. So you have to take a moment to tap back into yourself and figure out what that is. You know what I mean? So just like one thing that I had to learn was my health was really bad during one of these corporate jobs that I was in, because I was stressed. I felt like I was overly worked. And then my body was showing me signs. I was having heart problems and just like anxiety. I stopped the job due to all of that. And literally within 2 weeks, all of that went away. And my body was showing me like, this is not working out. You know, or your body could talk to you through dreams, or you could, you know, when you say, oh, what are those random thoughts coming in my head? Is it me talking? Is it God? Is it my ancestors? Is it all of us, you know, in a group chat in my brain? And you have to like take those signs and move forward with them. And most of the time it's right. Like it'll tell you something that you've been needing to know.
So you get those signs ahead of time pretty much, but it's up to you to pretty much hone into it and actually follow through. That's beautiful.
Yeah, or just be in a space where you could actually hear.
I was about to say Stillness Speaks. I read a book called Stillness Speaks, and that's what it talks about. Sometimes, you know, we're just too much going on. Just sit down for a little bit, listen to yourself, like she said, and, you know, make the decision. Your intuition never lies.
It never lies.
That's beautiful. Yeah. And I forgot to bring this up earlier. So, Miss Black Global. Tell everybody what that pageant is and how do you get into that?
So, Miss Black Global Pageants started a few years ago. And if you ever heard about pageants or ran for a pageant, you're competing against other women and you're showcasing your skill sets, your talents. You're also doing these walks, right? You're walking in a gown. You're walking maybe in a swimsuit. I've never done pageants that required us to walk in swimsuits, but that is like a common thing.
Yeah.
And you just get to like explain to the judges when you do your interviews like why this is so important to you.
Right.
Because when you're in a pageant, you're talking to a lot of people all the time. Right. You're networking, you're connecting, you're hi, how can I help you? Like you're a public servant for a year that you hold your title. So you're trying to show them, look at the experience, look at the passion that I have, look at the interest that I have, and showing how it connects to the community, while also like the physical attributes and stuff of the walks and the confidence, holding your head up high when you're walking in your gown. They pay attention to all of that. So I had gone into it 2 years ago, and Miss Black Global was the second pageant that I've done. The first one was Miss Vista, and that one just like was such a great like door opener, because they were really big on you need to respect each other. If there's any cattiness, any disrespectfulness, you're immediately kicked out, because we don't tolerate that. And we're all here to love and to learn and to continue growing. So, yeah. That's
beautiful, and I find that's really good. Now, what do you learn from that though? From those two experiences of being a part of the pageant? Like, what was your biggest learning lesson from those?
I would say the power of the platform. When you have a crown and sash, you are treated very differently. Yeah. And use that to your advantage toward your goals.
Oh.
So like I will tell current title holders, whatever you've been wanting to do, whether it's an event, whether it's an organization, whether it's a party, a bake sale, it's going to be amplified with support when you do it with your sash and crown on. So understand the power of that and run with it. I mean, I think it's helped me get brand deals for sure.
Yeah.
And so I don't take it for granted. And then, when people do ask, like, how did you get... I say, I really care about young women and, like, just helping them propel forward. So that's why I continue, like, staying involved in the pageant world.
For the young queens out there that do want to get into the pageant world, what advice do you have for them to get into it?
I would say to continue working on yourself, because when the judges are watching you and when you have a conversation with them, they're thinking, okay, how is this person going to connect well with other people? Like I said, right? You're talking a lot to different people in pageants, at events, and sometimes you're giving awards, you're hosting, you're emceeing. So you're a people person in some type of capacity. You don't have to be a huge extrovert, but you have to be comfortable answering questions, giving advice and help. So if you work on yourself and you know what your strengths and talents are, it'll just help you glow differently amongst the other contestants when you're running.
So when you're running for it, so you just sign up? Because I don't know anything about the pageant world. So do you just find one to sign up for and try out, or what's the process of that exactly?
Yeah, so you find a pageant that you resonate with the most.
Okay.
So I've done a regular pageant, local, and then I've done a national pageant, cultural, right? Miss Black Global. And so with the local pageants, you pay a fee. And then with that fee, it covers your walk training, right? When they do the walk down and then the pose and the pose. It covers your training. It covers your interview prep.
Right.
It covers the shirts that you get the actual pageant day, like your number and your outfit and stuff like that. And then the rest of the money goes into just like putting the pageant together. So you have the opportunity. Also, if and when you do get crowned, your crown, your sash, your necklace. Right. So that's just like a small fee that covers everything. Of course, if you don't place, then that money just goes to your experience. Like you get to meet all these girls, you get to see them on social media. Let's say you didn't win and you see a girl that did. Well, you get to follow her journey and see like what it's actually like.
You're right.
And I think, it's a point system. Majority of the time with pageants, like they're really just checking off points. Right. But I've gone to pageants and I've like watched, the girls run and stuff, and I'm like, I already could tell who was gonna win. Not necessarily by a point system, but just by like feeling their energy. And it was really crazy how like accurate I was on that.
That's dope.
So, the people who are meant to be in it will be, but don't be discouraged. Like, oh, it's too girly or it's too much. Like, it's gonna help you grow your confidence for sure.
I believe it. Because I saw the content you was posting from it, and it looked like it was a good experience. Everybody's dressed all elegant. People are smiling. It's like it'd be good to be in that environment. You know what I mean? Definitely for the young queens, that's out there that probably wants to be in that environment. I'll probably ask you another question. So sorry, I had a brain fart again, y'all. What is the top level pageant? I know there's different pageants out there. What is the most popular one?
I would say the biggest, in my opinion, is Miss Universe.
Miss Universe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you see a lot of different countries compete.
That's different countries. I never knew that. Oh yeah, duh, Miss Universe. Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's smooth. Wow. Which country wins the most? I don't know anything about Miss Universe.
It just depends. Every year is different.
Yeah.
We've had Black queens. We've had Latina queens. Filipina queens.
Okay.
So it's really, I think it's so beautiful. It's like Barbie dolls in real life, Disney princesses in real life, when you see all these beautiful women of different cultures running for a title. And then if you just research them, they're doing so many amazing things on their own in their own countries.
Right.
So it's like the best of the best running against each other.
Is there an age limit for Miss Universe?
You know what? I'm not sure. I haven't looked into that.
I always wonder about that. Okay. Well, you're going to be Miss Universe. We're going to claim it right now.
Are we going to be Miss Universe, y'all?
Yeah.
Let me know.
This clip is going to pop back up. I'm like, I called it. But no, that's very beautiful, though. Hey, I'm rooting for you. If you want to go for it, hey, you got my vote.
Okay, let's go.
You know the vibes. But with that being said, y'all, thank you so much, Destiny, for coming on the podcast show. Can you let everybody know where to find you and give everybody some positivity to end off the show? Yeah.
Okay, well, you can find me on Instagram at Destiny with an I at the end, Perkins Official. On TikTok, I'm Girl That's Des, DESS. YouTube, Destiny Perkins. And just like some closing thoughts, like don't compare your journey to somebody else's, because your upbringing is different, your passions are different, your gifts and your talents are different. So you can't compare, someone else's lifestyle to yours, because you're operating in different gifts. When I learned that, that just made me so much more confident in how I move, in appreciating and celebrating my friends who are having certain accomplishments that either I haven't gotten to yet or are not even my accomplishments, right? And trusting that your journey is set for you, to just connect to God, connect to spirit, connect to the Most High, the universe. Whoever you feel your creator is, connect to that, because that is going to help you continue to manifest what you want and pave a way. And if you have a major vision board, make a vision board, because they work. I've already had so many things come to life in my vision board. So this is time to pour into yourself and trust your journey.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for coming on the show today. Greatly appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
You know the vibes. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for watching or listening to the podcast where we create, inspire, and spread greatness. We are here, y'all. Love and light.